Good morning everyone. This is class 12th, subject chemistry, chapter number 12, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids, lecture number 3. In this lecture, I shall be discussing physical properties of aldehydes and ketones and then chemical reactions of aldehydes and ketones will be discussed. In chemical reactions, nucleophilic addition reaction will be discussed. At the end, I will discuss the homework solution of lecture number 2. In the previous lecture, we have discussed the preparation of aldehydes and ketones. Now, next is physical properties. First is boiling points. Boiling points of aldehydes and ketones are higher than those of hydrocarbons and ethers of comparable molecular masses. And the reason is it is due to weak molecular association in aldehyde and ketones arising out of the dipole-dipole interaction. In aldehyde and ketones, due to the polarization of this carbonyl group, dipole-dipole interactions are present in aldehydes and ketones. And because of these dipole-dipole interactions, intermolecular or you can say that molecular association takes place in aldehydes and ketones. And because of these dipole-dipole interactions, the boiling point of aldehydes and ketones are higher than those of hydrocarbon and ethers of comparable molecular masses. Boiling points of aldehydes and ketones are lower than those of alcohols of similar molecular masses due to absence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Now, if we compare the boiling point of aldehydes and ketones with alcohols, so alcohols have higher boiling point because in alcohols intermolecular hydrogen bonding is present, whereas in aldehydes and ketones no intermolecular hydrogen bonding is present, only the dipole-dipole interactions are present. So, the boiling points of aldehydes and ketones are lower than those of alcohols of similar molecular masses due to absence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding in aldehydes and ketones. So, here one question is written, arrange the following in increasing order of boiling points. Here 5 compounds are given. First is hydrocarbon, that is N-butane. Second is ether, that is methoxyethane. Third is an aldehyde, that is propanol. Fourth is a ketone, acetone, and fifth is alcohol. So, the increasing order is first has the least boiling point and the fifth compound has the highest boiling point. Among these compounds, alcohol has the highest boiling point due to presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding in them. Whereas in case of hydrocarbon, that is in case of N-butane, only weak van der Waals forces are present and that is why the boiling point is least. After that ether, then aldehyde, ketone, and the highest value is for alcohol. So this is the increasing order of boiling point for these compounds. Next is solubility. Lower members of aldehydes and ketones such as methanol, ethanol and propanone are miscible with water in all proportions because they form hydrogen bond with water. So here lower members of aldehydes and ketones are miscible with water in all proportions because they form hydrogen bond with water. However, solubility of aldehydes and ketones decreases rapidly on increasing the length of alkyl chain because when length of the alkyl chain increases, the hydrophobic part increases and that is why the solubility of aldehydes and ketones decreases on increasing the length of alkyl chain. And all aldehydes and ketones are fairly soluble in organic solvents like benzene, ether, methanol, chloroform, etc. So lower aldehydes like propanone, methanol, ethanol, they are miscible in water in all proportions, whereas higher aldehydes and ketones, they are not soluble, or the solubility decreases on increasing the length of alkyl chain, because on increasing the length of alkyl chain the hydrophobic part increases, that is the R part increases, and that is why the solubility decreases. Now third is smell. Lower aldehydes have sharp pungent odor, and as the size of the molecule increases, the odor becomes less pungent and more fragrant. That is why many naturally occurring aldehyde and ketones are used in the blending of perfumes and flavoring agents. This is all about the physical properties of aldehydes and ketones. Now next is chemical reactions of aldehydes and ketones. Since aldehydes and ketones both possess the carbonyl functional group, therefore they undergo similar reactions. First is nucleophilic addition reaction. As we have discussed in the structure of carbonyl group, that is, due to difference in the electronegativity of carbon and oxygen, this bond is polarized, and this carbon, it will get partial positive charge, and this oxygen will get negative charge. That is, the carbonyl carbon is electrophilic and the carbonyl oxygen is nucleophilic. Therefore, at this electrophilic center, nucleophile can attack, and because of this, first reaction is nucleophilic addition reaction. Aldehydes and ketones undergo nucleophilic addition reactions. Mechanism of nucleophilic addition reaction. So here, at this carbonyl group, this carbonyl carbon is electrophilic and this oxygen is nucleophilic due to difference in the electronegativity of carbon and oxygen, and this carbonyl carbon is sp2 hybridized. Now first step in the mechanism of nucleophilic addition reaction is attack of nucleophile on this electrophilic carbonyl carbon, and this first step is slow step, and here tetrahedral intermediate is formed. So in first step the nucleophile attack on this carbonyl carbon, and here a tetrahedral intermediate is formed. Now here this is planar structure. When the nucleophile attack on this carbonyl carbon, this converts to tetrahedral intermediate, and this carbon is now sp3 hybridized. The second step is fast, that is, in presence of H+, this O negative attack on this H+, and here this addition product is formed. So this is the mechanism of nucleophilic addition reaction. First step is attack of nucleophile on this carbonyl carbon, and here this tetrahedral intermediate is formed. Second step is fast, and in presence of H+, this O negative attack on this H+, or you can say that this O negative is nucleophilic and H positive is electrophilic. So nucleophile can attack on electrophile, and therefore this O negative attack on this H+, and here this addition product is formed. So this is the two-step mechanism of nucleophilic addition reaction. Next is role of acid catalyst in nucleophilic addition reaction. In some cases, when the nucleophiles are weak, that is in alcohols and in ammonia and its derivatives, in presence of acids, the oxygen of the carbonyl group gets protonated, which by way of resonance increases the positive charge on carbonyl carbon and thus makes it more electrophilic. Here the reaction is written when the nucleophiles are weak. In that case, acid catalyst is used. Now here this carbonyl oxygen attack on this H+, and here this species is formed. Now due to difference in the electronegativity, oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, so here is the resonating structure. or you can say that by resonance, this is by drawing the resonating structures in presence of acid, this positive charge on the carbonyl carbon increases, and therefore nucleophile can easily attack on this carbonyl carbon. So in presence of acid as a catalyst, in case of weak nucleophiles, the positive charge on this carbonyl carbon increases, and therefore nucleophile can attack easily. So in case of weak nucleophiles, acid catalyst is used in nucleophilic addition reaction. Now next is relative reactivity of aldehydes and ketones in nucleophilic addition reaction. So aldehydes are more reactive than ketones in nucleophilic addition reaction due to the following reasons. First is inductive effect. Since an alkyl group has electron donating inductive effect, that is plus I effect, therefore greater the number of alkyl groups attached to the carbonyl carbon, greater is the electron density on carbonyl carbon, and hence lower is its reactivity towards nucleophilic addition reaction. So here in case of aldehyde, only one R group is present, whereas in case of ketone, two R groups are present. So electron density on carbonyl carbon increases up to greater extent in case of ketones, and therefore ketones are less reactive than aldehydes towards nucleophilic addition reaction, because two alkyl groups, they will increase more electron density on this carbonyl carbon, and therefore the reactivity towards nucleophilic addition reaction decreases in case of ketones. Second factor is steric effect. In aldehydes, there is one R group except formaldehyde, but in case of ketones, there are two alkyl groups attached to the carbonyl carbon. As the number and size of these alkyl group increases, the attack of the nucleophile on carbonyl group becomes more and more difficult due to steric hindrance, or you can say crowding. As crowding increases, the reactivity decreases accordingly. So in case of aldehyde, there is only one R group, whereas in case of ketone, there are two R groups. So in case of ketones, there is more steric hindrance as compared to aldehydes. That is why aldehydes are more reactive than ketones towards nucleophilic addition reaction. So here some compounds are given, that is aldehydes and ketones, for which reactivity order is given towards nucleophilic addition reaction. Formaldehyde, acetaldehyde or ethanol, acetone, diisopropyl ketone. So among these four compounds, formaldehyde is the most reactive towards nucleophilic addition reaction. After that ethanol, then acetone, and then diisopropyl ketone. In case of formaldehyde, only two hydrogens are present. In case of ethanol, one R group is present, and in case of ketone, two R groups are present. So aldehydes are more reactive than ketones, and in aldehydes, here two hydrogen atoms are present, whereas in this case one R group is present. So electrophilic character of carbonyl carbon is maximum in formaldehyde among these four compounds, so it is most reactive towards nucleophilic addition reaction. After that ethanol. Now in case of acetone and diisopropyl ketone, here two methyl groups are present and here two isopropyl groups are present. So these groups are smaller as compared to isopropyl group, and also the plus I effect is more in case of diisopropyl ketone. That is why acetone is more reactive as compared to diisopropyl ketone. So this is the decreasing order of these compounds towards nucleophilic addition reaction. Next is reactivity of aromatic aldehyde and ketones towards nucleophilic addition reaction. So aromatic aldehydes and ketones are less reactive than the corresponding aliphatic analogues. In case of aromatic aldehydes and ketones, this carbonyl group is attached to benzene ring. Now, due to difference in the electronegativity of carbon and oxygen of carbonyl group, this bond is shifted to oxygen and this will acquire positive charge. Now this positive charge is reduced due to this benzene ring, because benzene ring donates the electron density to this carbonyl carbon and therefore decreases the positive charge, and because of decrease in the positive charge of this carbonyl carbon, nucleophile cannot attack easily. So here are the resonating structures of aromatic ketone. This positive charge is decreased by benzene ring due to donation of electron density from benzene ring to this carbonyl carbon. So here, in case of aromatic aldehydes and ketones, benzene ring increases the electron density on the carbonyl carbon and makes it less electrophilic. That's why aromatic aldehydes and ketones are less reactive towards nucleophilic addition reaction. However, aromatic aldehydes are more reactive than aromatic ketones. So here 3 compounds are given: benzaldehyde, acetophenone and benzophenone. So benzaldehyde is the most reactive, then acetophenone and then benzophenone. Now here some important examples of nucleophilic addition reactions are given. First is addition of hydrogen cyanide, that is HCN. So reaction of aldehydes and ketones with pure HCN occurs slowly. Therefore, this reaction is catalyzed by a base and the generated cyanide ion Cn negative, being a stronger nucleophile, readily adds to the carbonyl compounds. So here when HCN is treated with base, Cn negative ion is formed, and being a strong nucleophile, it can attack easily on the carbonyl carbon. So here is the reaction. In first step the cyanide ion, it will attack on this carbonyl carbon, and here this tetrahedral intermediate is formed. This first step is slow step and therefore rate determining step, and in next step in presence of H plus, this O negative attack on this H plus and this addition product is formed. Now addition of hydrogen cyanide results in the formation of cyanohydrin. First step is the slowest step, and in first step the nucleophile attacks on this electrophilic carbonyl carbon and this tetrahedral intermediate is formed. Second step is attack of O negative on this H plus, and here the addition product is formed, that is cyanohydrin. So addition of hydrogen cyanide on carbonyl group or on carbonyl compounds results in the formation of cyanohydrin. Next example is addition of sodium hydrogen sulfide. The formula for sodium hydrogen sulfide is NaHSO3. Now again the same mechanism will take place. Here the nucleophile is HSO3 negative. So it will attack on this carbon, and here this tetrahedral intermediate is formed. Now in next step proton transfer takes place, and here this bisulfite addition compound is formed. Now here in this reaction, proton transfer is taking place due to resonance stabilization of SO3 negative group. That is, after the transfer of proton from this to this oxygen results in the formation of this addition product, and this is stabilized by resonance. Because of stabilization of the SO3 negative group by resonance, this proton transfer takes place. So this is the reaction of carbonyl compounds with NaHSO3. Here this bisulfite addition compound is formed. As aldehydes are less hindered than ketones, and because of this The position of equilibrium lies largely to the right hand side for most aldehydes and to the left for most of the ketones due to steric reasons. Because of steric reasons, the equilibrium lies largely to the right hand side for most of the aldehydes, and for ketones this equilibrium lies to the left hand side. And this hydrogen sulfide addition compound is water soluble and can be converted back to the original compound by treating it with dilute mineral acids or alkali. That is, when we add any acid or alkali, so we can convert this to the original carbonyl compound. Next is third example is addition of Grignard reagent. So here is the reaction of carbonyl compound with RMgX. So here in Grignard reagent, this R, it contains negative charge, or you can say that this is a nucleophile. So this will attack on this carbonyl carbon, and here this adduct is formed. After doing the hydrolysis of this adduct, here the alcohol is formed. So this is the reaction of Grignard reagent with carbonyl compounds. Now fourth is addition of alcohols on carbonyl compounds. Aldehydes react with one equivalent of monohydric alcohol in the presence of dry hydrogen chloride to yield alkoxy alcohol intermediate, and that is known as hemiacetal. So when one equivalent of monohydric alcohol is used, so here the hemiacetal is formed, which further react with one more molecule of alcohol to give a gem dialkoxy compound, which is known as acetal. So when we add one equivalent or one molecule of alcohol, hemiacetal is formed, and this hemiacetal further react with one molecule of alcohol results in the formation of acetal or gem dialkoxy compound. So here is the reaction of aldehyde with alcohol in presence of HCl gas. When one equivalent is used, hemiacetal is formed, which further react with one more molecule of alcohol results in the formation of acetal. So this is the formula for hemiacetal, and this is the formula for acetal. Now next is reaction of ketone with ethylene glycol. This is the formula for ethylene glycol. Now here this ketal is formed. In case of aldehyde, acetal is formed. In case of ketones, ketal is formed. So this is simply the reaction of ketone with ethylene glycol. So you can understand this. This is simply the reaction ketone plus ethylene glycol. So here the water is removed and we will get ethylene glycol ketal. Next is addition of ammonia and its derivatives. So addition of ammonia and its derivative on carbonyl compound results in the formation of this compound. And this reaction is catalyzed by acids because ammonia and its derivatives are weak nucleophile. Therefore, this reaction is catalyzed by acids. So in first step, in presence of acids, the lone pair of oxygen attack on this H+, and here because of presence of this H+ or because of presence of this acid as a catalyst, the positive charge on this carbonyl carbon increases, and therefore nucleophile can attack easily on this carbonyl carbon. So here is the mechanism. The lone pair of electron present on nitrogen, they will attack on this carbonyl carbon, and here this intermediate is formed. Now when nitrogen donates its lone pair of electron, positive charge will come on nitrogen. Now from here the nitrogen hydrogen bond breaks and H positive releases, and this positive charge of the nitrogen is removed. Now from here the second nitrogen hydrogen bond the bond pair of electron between nitrogen and hydrogen is shifted between carbon and nitrogen, and from here this OH is released. So from this the water molecule is released, and here we are getting our product, and here we are getting the product for this reaction. So this is the mechanism of nucleophilic addition reaction on carbonyl compounds by addition of ammonia and its derivative. Addition of ammonia and its derivatives takes place in the presence of acid catalyst because ammonia and its derivatives are weak nucleophiles. Therefore, this reaction is catalyzed by acids. By using acid as a catalyst, the positive charge on the carbonyl carbon increases, and therefore the nucleophile can attack easily on the carbonyl carbon. So here is the mechanism. First step is attack of lone pair of electron of nitrogen on this carbonyl carbon, and this species is formed. Now from here this nitrogen hydrogen bond breaks and H positive will be released, and here we are getting this product. Now from here the water molecule is lost and the addition product is formed. In the simple way you can understand, from here the water molecule is lost and the addition product is formed. That is, from here this water molecule is lost and this product is formed. So first is reaction of carbonyl compounds with ammonia. So when carbonyl compounds are treated with ammonia, the product is imine. Second is when carbonyl compounds are treated with amine, the product is substituted imine or Schiff's base. This is known as Schiff's base. Third is reaction of carbonyl compounds with hydroxylamine. So here again in this case water will be lost and the product is oxime. So when hydroxylamine is treated with carbonyl compounds, oxime is formed. Fourth reaction is reaction of carbonyl compounds with hydrazine. In case of hydrazine, the product is hydrazone. Fifth is reaction of carbonyl compound with phenylhydrazine. So in case of phenylhydrazine, the product is phenylhydrazone. Sixth is reaction of carbonyl compounds with 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. So in case of 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine, the product is 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. And the last reaction is reaction of carbonyl compounds with semicarbazide. Now here from the semicarbazide can attack from either from this nitrogen or from this nitrogen, but the attacks takes place only from this nitrogen because this nitrogen, the lone pair of electrons are involved in the resonance with this carbonyl group. So here in case of semicarbazide, the attack on carbonyl carbon takes place from this nitrogen because this nitrogen, the lone pair of electron is not available for the attack as these are involved in the resonance with this carbonyl group. So in case of semicarbazide, the product is semicarbazone. In all these 7 reactions, simply the water molecule is lost and here the products are formed. For example, in case of hydroxylamine, 2 hydrogen from this nitrogen and 1 oxygen, water will be removed and here this oxime will be formed. All these reactions are similar. In all the reactions, water molecules will be lost and the product is formed. So these are some examples of nucleophilic addition reactions. Now I will be discussing the homework solution of lecture number 2. Write structures of products of following reactions. First is benzene ring is treated with C2H5COCl in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 and carbon disulfide is used as a solvent. So here reaction of acyl chloride with benzene in presence of anhydrous AlCl3. So CO C2H5 group is substituted on benzene ring and here this ketone is formed. Next is reaction of dialkyl cadmium with CH3COCl. So this is the preparation of ketone. So here the ketone is formed. Third is reaction of ethyne in presence of Hg plus 2 H2SO4. So here addition of water takes place and this ketone is formed. Next is reaction of methyl benzene 4-nitromethylbenzene in presence of CrO2Cl2 followed by hydrolysis. So this is Itard reaction. This CH3 group converts to CHO. Okay, so after doing this you can solve NCERT exercise question number 12.1, 5, 9 and in question number 12.12 first part, and NCERT in text question number 12.3. So this is the homework for lecture number 3. Thank you. Please like and subscribe this channel.